Oh man, sorry for all the technical difficulties in today's episode of the Cuzzo Podcast, but we got it worked out. Appreciate your patience.
Yeah.
But cool. How are you guys doing? You guys doing good?
Pretty
Yeah,
good.
we're good. We just did some
Yeah.
laundry. It was
Laundry, huh?
Long
yeah,
day.
Laundry in the Big Apple.
long day long. Yeah, because it's a whole mission to do laundry.
I'm
And
sure. I go 10 feet that way, and there's a washer and dryer. So believe me,
I have to
I
flip
get.
like that.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah. Plus, my wife does the laundry. I try to fold sometimes. So, well, cool. See what we got here. So, tell me a little bit of background. I mean, Rosa, you're my sister, so I know you since birth. So,
From
but in today's spirit, you're just my first guest on the podcast. So, I need a little bit of background from both of y'all.
Okay. Well, my name is Rosarelis Galeana. I am from Middlesex, North Carolina. Um, and I moved up to New York like 5 years ago now.
Yeah, it's been a while.
This about six when I
Yeah,
was
like 2019, like right before COVID. You were here like about a few months, and then COVID happened, and
yeah.
you went down to Florida for like, what was it? It's like an art thing, right? You had an art thing you were going to, and then like you came
Yeah.
back and you were leaving, and they shut down.
Yeah, I went to Art Basel. No, but that wasn't 2019. I don't think
Oh, it's 2020. Sorry,
20.
2020.
At Art
Yeah.
Basel. And then after that, that's when I left and I went to New York again.
COVID was such a weird thing because it was like the end of 2019 into 2020. So I always feel like it started in 19, but 2021 was really kind of affected us as the country, I guess.
It was a weird time.
It was a weird time. Very weird, very weird. Mr. Sylvain, what about you?
I'm Sylvain Munoz. I'm from New York City. I was born and raised here, and I've been here pretty much my whole life.
Right.
And
Whole life, huh?
whole life.
What are the which did you only live in one of the boroughs, or was it borough? How do you say that? Was it
That was country as hell.
boroughs, but country? Yeah, that's that
We live
Nash
in
County. That Nash County education right there. Clearly did not teach me North Carolina education. I mean, sorry, New York. Yeah.
Like, what the fuck did you say?
Oh, you
The way I pronounce words is hilarious.
Oh, archive.
Well,
She said
archive.
archive.
Archives.
But I said
Uh,
what did I say? I said
You said
archives.
archive.
Archives.
Archives. Said, oh, look at they were like something
Well,
about the National Archives.
That's the English language for you. We don't say anything the way it's spelled. Or we don't spell it how it sounds.
Well, it's because in Spanish,
Yeah.
You learn that it's like
every other language.
Yeah.
Like Japanese, I'm getting back on Japanese. Then kudasai, which is thank you, literally kudasai. Like,
yeah.
it's exactly how it sounds.
Written is how it's like said. In English is different. Like you don't say like certain parts of it is silent, so it's not.
Like eagle, like the word eagle, like the bird.
Yeah.
Eagle. It's an E, not a O.
Yeah. I don't know. Interesting.
Cool.
Yeah.
So Sylvain been there all your life, only in Brooklyn?
I've had a chance to live in all the boroughs. But Brooklyn, I like Brooklyn the best.
I'm so glad it was Brooklyn because I almost said Bronx and I was like, oh, I hope it's Brooklyn.
No, I actually never lived in the Bronx. Closest I lived to the Bronx was 125th.
Oh, you
lived in Harlem.
I lived uptown too, on 186.
Yeah, but you've always lived because you lived in Washington Heights first, right, Rosa?
I lived there for about like almost a year, and then I went. That's when COVID happened. Remember?
Okay.
It was like like 10 months living in New York, and then boom, COVID happened, and then
I remember you telling me a story of like how like I leave my house and I there's a Jewish school, in the one block, and then you go past that or whatever direction, and it's like there's somebody passed out on the side of the road or something.
It was like
street or sidewalk. I don't know.
No,
I'm country, so you see somebody on the side of the road. It's like in the middle of nowhere versus y'all are just on the sidewalk.
It's kind of weird because it's like you kind of become used to like seeing people like in the South. It's like you see people. If you see somebody like that, you would help them. But here, it's like you get used to it, so you don't really like help them. I'm not saying like you wouldn't help them, like, but it's like they're probably just doing drugs. So.
Yeah. Well, that or running away from rats, apparently.
Oh no! We saw some rats the other day, and I yelped.
Yeah, they just don't
They
care.
They just don't care. The
Yelp
rats
is
here, I
crazy.
don't care to anybody. They're like, bitch, this is my
Broad
house.
day, they're just chilling, going through the garbage. Like,
Yeah.
hey, who are you? How you doing?
Yeah. You're like, welcome to my home. Cool. Well, I guess this one's more for Rosa more than anything, because Sylvain, you lived in New York all your life. But expectation versus reality. When you first moved to the big city, you were like, I know you had this expectation. You're like, I'm gonna go take on the Big Apple and this and that. And like 3 months down the road, how were you?
I didn't notice how hard it was to do simple things. I feel like that was the thing for me when I moved. It was like doing laundry took way longer. Like just to go do laundry was like 10 minutes I had to walk rather than like, you know, how I grew up having the laundromat like in my house. So that would take a whole nother step. And then also like getting groceries was a huge thing. Like
you can only do one thing at a time.
Yeah, like
you can't like
necessarily
go laundry,
do laundry, go to get groceries. Like it'll take you like 2 days to do that. I mean, unless you're like really like you wake up at the crack of dawn to do something, but you're exhausted from like gonna go pick up the laundry, picking it up, taking it, drying it, this, that. Yeah.
I like how y'all both got in sync. You're like,
yeah, because that's how it's cute. You have to wait like 30 minutes.
That's what we did today, and the laundry took like quite a while.
Yeah, we were supposed to go on a picnic today, and we started our laundry like at 11 something. It wasn't even that late.
Yeah.
And then we went to go pick it up at like
4.
Well, no, yeah, well, like 3. It was done at like 3. Took like.
And when you say done, like, are you dropping this off and you're just picking it up and they wash it for you, or you guys are just leaving it?
We have to go. We have to walk to the laundromat.
Mm-hmm.
Put it in the washer. It takes about like 40 minutes because the big washer takes longer. So about 45 minutes. And then wait for that and then go do something else while that time. Unless you want to sit there at the laundromat. And then dry it. And then wait again.
So, because everybody's so used to doing that, are people pretty respectful of your stuff? Like, they don't mess with your stuff. They leave it alone.
I mean, it depends on what laundromat you go to.
Well, see, that's one thing North Carolina and New York have in common. Where we're like, if I'm on South Sounder Street, I'm not leaving my.
Yeah, like it just depends on what laundromat you go to.
In 4 years, I've never had nobody's tried to steal my
issue.
Yeah, but then I went to that other laundromat. Remember down the street?
Somebody tried stealing your underwear?
No, but the lady was like, you need to like be on guard, like when you're on like. The old lady was telling me like, because I was the only one in there. It's like the one that's like right near the weed shop. Also, the washer and dryer there is like more expensive and it's like a little bit more, it's dirtier in there.
Oh, well.
But yeah, so it just depends.
I have a very funny laundry experience. So, when you go to basic training, you you get everything. They issue you everything. So I had a stencil that had last name and last 4. And then you just, they don't give you anything but a Sharpie. So you're just Sharpie it all into everything.
Oh,
well,
yeah. I remember when you came back from basic training.
I still have it. I found it actually. And I think Enzo had it in one of his stuff.
Had like a Sharpie of his name.
Stencil?
Yeah.
Yeah, a little stencil. But so, because we didn't have access to washers and dryers, we would send it off at first to get washed. And I never got my laundry bag back. I got my clothes, I just didn't get my laundry bag. So I'm, going through basic training. It was 8 weeks, 9 weeks. Week 7, they gave us access to probably before that. But the way it would work, you put your bag and then, you just line the bags up and you leave, come back, do your laundry. And I'm looking, I'm like, oh man, somebody got my last 4. That's cool. I was like, oh, that's my bag. And I waited until the guy showed up. And it was like, dude, he's like, that's my bag. He's like, yeah, they just gave it to me like, a few weeks ago. So he just kept it, didn't even say anything. So he had 2 laundry bags and he kept using them. So I had to go buy one and it wasn't as big as the one that they gave us. So it was kind of annoying, but I digress. So what would be your funniest or weirdest experience in New York? That's for both of y'all.
Funniest?
Weirdest.
That's already a clip right there. Wow. It's either or, funniest or weirdest.
Weirdest recently was right before I had left New York, and it was like I think I was gonna go meet a friend or something. It was like late at night, and I was leaving my old apartment, and I had taken an Uber. So I was in this Uber, and then all of a sudden I'm like, he's driving, and I'm in the back seat, and all of a sudden like I see this lady on a motorcycle, this like older black lady. She had like a head wrap on, and she had this huge ass fucking snake around her.
Like legit snake, not like a stuffed animal.
I literally no, I don't know if it was a stuffed animal. It was dark, but she had a huge ass like fake snake, or I don't know if it was real, whatever. And then she had like a styrofoam white cup.
That's interesting.
And she was just standing there, like on top of the motorcycle.
On top of the motorcycle?
Like on it.
While it was moving, or it was stationed?
No, it was just stationed.
Okay.
In front of the bodega.
That's pretty kooky.
Yep. And then funny.
You can do either or. You don't have to do both, but either or.
I feel like every time I'm saying something funny.
I can think of, out of all the stories that you told me, I think I could think of one for you, Rosa.
What?
I think, and I think about it, and I'm like, man, it sucked for the other people in the train. But wasn't there a dude that was just like saying some like out of pocket stuff, and you had your pepper spray, and like when you left, you like hit him with the paper spray?
Yeah. There was a thing that I was.
And I'm like, that sucks for everybody else in that cart, because the pepper spray is gonna get on them.
Being like super racist, I think, and he was like just saying like crazy ass shit. And my friend had said something, so you know me, and in order to be with my friend, right. I was like, to defend my friend. He started coming at her, and then I just
hit him with it one time, huh?
Yep. So, and I left.
By you, Sylvain.
You lived here.
You got 27, 28 years of experience. You had to have something.
29.
Oh, 29. Okay.
Let's see. The weirdest, the funniest. A lot of laughter. I think I won. I got a funny story.
What do you mean? I have a.
I can't.
That was funny. Just you saying, do I have a funny story?
I'm just trying to think of like, of all the interactions I've had with like crackheads.
Oh, I did have this moment though when I was like in Harlem, and I went to this girl to go get my nails done that I DM'd through Instagram. And I remember I turned the corner. That was my first few months being in New York City. I turned the corner, and this crackhead tried to fight me, and I was like, the fuck?
Like squared up.
Like literally right in that moment was like, he was trying to fight me, and I was like, what the fuck is happening right now? And I instinctively put my hands up.
Yeah.
So it was just being
squaring up with
like,
a crackhead.
Yeah.
I remember. Oh, because we have like the Hasidic Jewish neighborhoods over here.
Mm-hmm.
I remember like one night I got stopped by like the Hasidic police because they have their own like little police cars.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so, but they came on me like a SWAT team or something. So I was like, yeah, I didn't realize it was like one of those, oh, you're in the wrong neighborhood.
Yeah.
It was like, It was late. I would say it was like after midnight, and I'm walking, and all of a sudden this like van just pulls up in front of me and cuts me off on the sidewalk. I'm like, okay. And I turn around, and this van pulls up behind me, and then they cut me off on the street. So I got 3 vans, and then they just like shine these lights. There's like this ring light, like a bunch of lights on me. I just put my hands up. I'm like, whoa. I'm like, what?
Oh, some cat action. Some cat action. I was wondering if it was gonna be the cat or it was gonna be the dog that was gonna make an appearance first. Though now we know.
But they detained me. Well, they kept me like on the side of the road till like some actual police came, and then the police officer.
Oh, so they're like security guards. They're not even like legit cops. They're just
yeah. I could have like probably like I don't know.
Just walked away.
Yeah, but you were young. You were like 15. You're 16, right?
I was a little bit older. No, I was a little bit caught off guard by the situation. It was more all the cars. And I was like,
yeah.
But they held me there till a police officer comes and detains me, and it was the middle of the night, so he's like got me in the cell, and he's like doing the paperwork. I'm like, I don't even know why I'm here. And I actually happened to be that police officer's first arrest, so he was like, I don't know either. I'm just here doing the paperwork. Everybody was stressed. He was especially stressed.
You're just like, I don't know what the fuck?
No, and
is
they
going
call
on?
me. I have to call my boss. I'm like, I don't really feel comfortable saying why yet. I don't know. I'm gonna make it to work though. It's been a very long night. I'm
It's
like,
funny in
maybe.
that situation you just thought about, like, I have to go to work.
Well, I did make it
Right.
to work that day, but they're letting me out, and we're both just like tired, and I'm like, man, how you feeling? You had an okay night? And the officer's like, yeah, how about you? How you feeling? And the police chief's there. He's just like looking at the guy like, but yeah, I got to make it to work that day.
You better than me. I'm
That's
like,
good. So I completely missed this icebreaker, but describe your New York City experience in 3 words.
Ooh, 3 words.
3 words.
Expensive is definitely one of them.
Oh man.
I would say it is sometimes spontaneous.
Spontaneous.
Yes.
Um,
Um,
funny.
Funny.
yeah. You got 2 words. I got 1 word.
Okay, go ahead.
No, you got 1 more word. I'm still
Oh.
getting no word.
Inexpensive. Yeah.
Expensive. Spontaneous, fun, and expensive. Okay.
That is New York to a T.
Sums up. Okay.
It changes a lot. It's not the same
Yeah, it
city.
changes definitely a lot. It's been
It changes all the time. So
Yeah, that's how we feel here in Raleigh. You know, because I've been here, all my life, outside of 4 months that we lived in Florida. But like, just they had this weird rule, which like the BB&T, which is now the Truist building, they had to be the tallest building in Raleigh for whatever years. Now that since that's been broken, man, there's buildings going up left and right. So
well, yeah, a lot of the places where we like grew up are gone now. It's like people from like
changed a lot.
People from like the West moved over here. Like a lot of people from California moved not over here, but to North Carolina.
I got you.
Yeah, there's always constant. I will say that there's always constant change.
And
say 3 words.
And my last one is smelly because this place
smelly.
It's like it smells really bad, but it's a smell that I'm like accustomed to, and I'm like every time I come back, it's almost like I breathe easier in the smog because every time I leave, I'm like, I swear this place just smells too clean almost. I'm like,
okay, so it's expensive, constant change, and smelly.
yeah,
like. If you're meeting somebody for the first time and they're like, "Hey, I'm moving to New York tomorrow," one tip, survival tip. Yeah, one survival tip.
Make sure you know if you're going up, like up, or if you're going down.
Up, down.
That's a good one.
Uptown or downtown, not just based off the subway system. Like not just based off like, oh, if you're taking an A, you just take whatever A. Like
I would say have a lot of money is a pretty good.
Yeah, but that's everywhere now. You don't just. I feel like everywhere you have to have. Like,
but I honestly don't know how people do it actually, because granted, a lot of people still do move here, but I would assume with the prospect of having like a job already or something, I wouldn't imagine how somebody would just like land here and like fuss about getting an apartment and get a job because it's it's just so expensive. I don't understand how people just do it.
I will say New York it's easier to be
alone. I wouldn't imagine.
I think so. Not alone, but there's always people like looking for like somebody to take over their lease, or like there's those type of opportunities, or like people to like sublet your place. Because there's the thing is like when you said like change, there is like a constant wave of like people coming and going.
No, but even like the new apartments that opened up in our neighborhood, they're like twice as expensive as the apartment we live in, and it's like
but I think that's different though. Those are like you have to be rich to live in those, because those are like $4,000 apartments.
Wow,
it's not easy.
Yeah. You see a lot of that like in the around here with college students, like the whole subleasing and taking over.
Yeah.
Just because they're probably used to it coming from like big cities. There's a lot of you got the Duke, UNC, NC State in our area, so a lot of people come here. So
yeah.
So dating in North Carolina, dating in New York, what makes it different?
It's atrocious.
No, real though, because I thought about it. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like it's like the city.
Everybody just wants something that's quick and fast, just like the city.
there's a lot of people and they're all moving very fast. It's very hard to like, I guess maybe establish.
Be in the moment to a certain extent, or
like grow something.
I don't know. People, there's a lot of people. I feel like a lot of people are looking for something. And they just don't even know what it is.
Benji. Yeah. But
so
Very
this one might be
it is.
this one might be more for you, Rosa. But what was your New York City culture shock moment when, like, you coming from down where we live and basically being here all your life, and then you go to New York, and like, what was that moment for you?
I can't I don't know like a moment, but
Was it the price difference of things? Was it just getting around?
I'll say the getting around thing, but I will say mostly about the fact of like the constant noise. Like there's always noise.
Yeah, there's always something going on.
I had to get used
Was
to
it a city that never sleeps?
I mean, it does sleep because people have to work here. So it's like there is times it's quiet, but like throughout the day, like, like when you're doing like errands or something like that, like there's always like constant noise around you. It's not like we're in North Carolina or in Florida, you could like go in your car and you're quiet for like, or you can play your music and have like a little cubicle of like privacy for like the next 40 minutes while you're traveling to your next place that you're going to. Like here, like it's like a constant, like you have to be with people, but you're not talking to them, which is like the weirdest part. They're just like kind of like not making eye contact, getting to your next place.
Cool. Well, let's switch it up. Their relationship journey. So how did you guys get around and meeting each other? Who sent the first DM?
Not super.
Who gave the first wave? Who slid in? Let's get into it.
I'm gonna let you take this.
I sent the first DM.
Yes, he did.
Okay.
I remember I went to go meet our mutual friend at the arcade. But we hadn't before, but we had seen each other.
You caught Rosa in an arcade. Interesting.
Yeah. I like arcades.
I'm just giving you a hard time. Remember that Disney one we went to? That huge, massive one at
Yeah.
Well, Disney Springs now. It used to be downtown Disney, but
yeah, I think I had I went to go watch. I took myself on a solo movie date that night. I remember. And then our mutual friend hit us up, or hit me up, or I hit him up. I don't remember which one it was, but I was like, "What are you doing?" And he was like, "Oh, we're playing arcade." So that's when I went.
Yeah, and you started playing Guitar Hero, and I was like, "Howdy!"
Oh man,
you like Guitar Hero, huh?
Oh, you have no idea the hours that we played Guitar Hero.
What song was it playing?
Isn't it Black Magic Woman?
Yeah.
Yep, that's a solid one too.
Black Magic Woman by Santana.
Nice.
Guitar Hero 3.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then I was looking over it, and we knew of each other, but we hadn't really talked like that. And
you also had that weird situation where like you guys are getting to know each other, and then Rosa had her trip, and then like you were gone.
Yeah.
And then I remember you coming back, and you're like, that's the first time I ever heard about anybody from Rosa. Like it was always hush hush. I've never heard of anything outside of anything. And then like she gets back into country and she's like, yeah, well, I've been talking to this guy, and there was a few scenarios and stuff, and I was like, hey, communication. That's all I said. Communication.
I remember when she told me she was going to Peru. I was so excited. We went out for Korean barbecue, and she was like, "Yeah, I'm going to Peru for 4 months." I was like,
Is that your Rosa voice?
I don't know why he says I'm like high pitched. I'm like, I'm not even high pitched like that.
Well, you're not lower pitched than me.
No, because you told a goose.
Okay.
It's all y'all.
So he reached out first, and then you guys. So how long were you guys kind of talking before Peru?
Not that long.
Or just conversing?
No, like I literally left like the night we met. Well, the night we like.
You left like a month after the fact of the
really?
arcade.
Really?
Yeah, because then it was like I remember.
Because I left in October from here.
But then you had to.
I left in November.
You had to get some stuff sorted.
Yeah, because I went home to live with mommy for like a month in October, and then yeah, so we were conversing there. But then he was like, I was like, oh, I'm leaving, like, no pressure. you know.
Yeah, pressure. Yeah.
That was because I'm like, I'm an adult. Like, I know I'm leaving.
Yeah.
But I was also just like, and then he was like, "Yeah, I'll wait for you." And I was like, I thought he was joking. I thought he just said that to say that, It's hard to trust people's word, but he's matched up to his word and everything.
So what did you learn from that? Like, did you learn something about Sylvain, like going through that experience?
That he's very true to his word. When he says something, he actually means it.
That's awesome. That's awesome. That's the trust is really hard to build, and then so for you to go through that. As a matter of fact, that was actually the next one. I was like, what is the one thing you admire about each other that y'all did not expect?
You want me to go first?
You go first.
I like how you don't let things bring you down. You very you move forward a lot.
Yeah.
I really admire that about you.
And I admire his discipline a lot when he's like focused on something.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he's once again true to his word. Like, it's hard nowadays to find somebody who's like true to their word of what they're gonna do. So yeah.
Okay. No, that's good. That's good. That's good that you guys have learned that from each other for sure.
I remind you of Paddington.
Yeah.
The bear.
The bear. Yeah.
The bear. Nice.
You went to go see that movie. It was really good.
It's really good.
Yeah.
Paddington in Peru.
He's got some good values.
Yeah.
Him in his little hat and jacket.
The stare.
All right. What has been over the last year? What has been the biggest, I guess, change you've seen in each other?
Biggest change we have seen in each other.
Because I mean, you guys have done a lot, right? Like you came back from Peru. You guys live separately. You guys currently now live together. Rosa, you started going back to school. So there's been a lot of moving pieces over the last year. So
shit. What is something? That's an interesting question.
Both far out in the open.
Shut up! Why would you say that, bruh? Yeah, we progressively get more comfortable farting.
Oh, hey, that's serious business right there when you're at that level.
Progressively, I think
it's a big one.
Yeah, I will say that you've gotten progressively better at handling situations, like not in a way of not having to worry so much. We used to worry a lot.
Keeping the calm through the storm, in the sense.
Yeah, like a center mind.
Yeah. That's important.
Yeah, because I feel like you can worry about the worst, but worrying isn't going to do anything if you don't put it into action. Or so yeah. I feel like I have the same thing, but it's good to talk about your worries. But
I feel like, I don't know, you do a lot all the time. You go to school and work and do all that, so you're just growing every day.
Yeah, he's also he's training and he got his license.
Yeah, but you just kind of email them for that. It's
okay, really... but you still he
don't downplay that, sir.
No, he goes.
Don't downplay that.
He practices. He goes to train at least sometimes twice a day. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Twice a day, or he even goes
especially in the art that he practices, where
works out.
Everybody's getting hurt.
And then
it's not an easy thing.
So I'm like, if somebody would have kicked me one time, I think I would be like, it's enough. That shit hurts.
Yeah, it's funny. You said that she's into everything. Here recently, I've learned that there's a book. The title of the book is "Men Are Like Waffles, Women Are Like Spaghetti." Because it just basically talks about the fact that men we think in this little box, but women, that's as I'm doing this, I'm weaving it into the next thing.
Oh, I like that analogy.
Yeah, that's a good one.
You are like spaghetti.
Yeah.
And I'm like a waffle.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're just a little box.
I love waffles.
Yeah, me too.
You need sometimes to get outside that box.
And sometimes
that's what I'm here for. And then sometimes I need this box.
To be in the box. It works both ways.
Sometimes I bring up
yep.
And then he's like, well, just noodle. Start.
Yeah.
First. Yeah. He's like, you got it. Just do that. And that's how it works. Because it's
Yeah.
Because when you go like this, shit goes.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just
be noodling.
What can I say?
Nice.
Okay.
How do you guys balance like personal growth or personal things like within a relationship, right? You guys live together, you know, working out, education, hobbies. How do you guys balance this stuff out?
Well, we just talk about it.
Yeah.
I think we talk a lot. Like we talk a lot about
There's a communication, letting you know where you
what we want from each other, and then or what we want out of things, and then we kind of like situate time. Like if I need to like go to the library or stay longer at the library, or if I need to like go do something, like I go do that, like situate that, and then we just come back together.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's kind of how it goes.
Then we have respect for each other's needs and stuff. So
yeah.
I got a good one. What if you were to summarize what you're trying to do this year? I know we're 3 months in, so you have what, another 9 months left. But if you were to summarize what's your word of the year, right? We do a lot of that through our church. Like you pick a word at the beginning of the year, and it's like that's what you focus on. For me, it's foundation, right? There's a lot of things I feel like I want to solidify and build a foundation, right? Because that's what everything's built off of, right? So, and if you don't know, it's fine. Maybe you just tell me later. But if you were to try to like just from last 3 months, just your focus, what would you put a word to it?
Foundation is a pretty good word.
Patience is mine.
So your word is patience this year. Try to be more patient through things, or
patient through things, and
patience being tested.
Well, I feel like when you go to school, you have to have a lot of patience to yourself. Like when you don't understand something, or when you're learning something, like it made like and like deadlines, like you're like a noodle. There's a constant things that you have to do. So it's like you have to have patience that you're gonna get through that, and just do what you can.
You gotta waffle.
Yeah, I gotta waffle.
Wow, man.
Structure it out, man. Structure it out.
So for you, Russ, that would be patience. What about you, Sylvain?
I mean, I like foundation or beginning, something like that. Because I mean, 2 things I want to do this year is enjoy our vacation and start school again. So
okay, try to solidify those things that you want to work towards. Okay,
building blocks.
Cool.
Yeah, need to put the Legos into place.
Into motion.
The Lego building. Remember, Legos, not Mega Blocks. Those are for children.
Mega Blocks were. I was kind of got this. You don't remember Mega Blocks?
No. Yeah.
I always feel like if you got like Mega Blocks, it was pretty disappointing. Like I'd be like, oh, those aren't Legos.
Oh man.
Yeah, shit.
It was.
Really? Yeah. Oh, I didn't know. Shit. I mean, it works. Kids don't know the difference.
Nah, even kids knew the difference.
It's like when your mom brought home a fucking fake ass Frosted Flakes.
Be like, don't go over to Kim's house. He's got the Mega Blocks.
They got the Great Value. Actually, you pissed me off. The Great Value Frosted Flakes.
Let's go over to Paul's house. He's got Legos and a game.
Huh?
You're expecting Frosted Flakes when you get like Sugar the Tiger or something like that.
Yeah, something. Wow. Frosty. Oh my god, we would eat when we went to Puerto Rico. We had a Frosty with French fries.
Tell me why there's a Wendy's like
every corner. Yeah. Puerto Rico's obsessed with these. Yes, and they have like.
Is it like high class like DR? You go to DR and we go to Wendy's and.
But like people are dressed, but like you also know how Latin people are. People are gonna be dressed down.
Yeah. We went to a McDonald's one day and I was like in a shorts and like basketball shorts and a t-shirt, and the dude next to me is in like Ferragamos. I'm like, bro, not that serious.
Well, because it's expensive though to them.
Yeah. I mean, I'm like, I never went to a Wendy's and I had like candlelight dinner. Well, that's what they do.
No, McDonald's in other places is like they have like a cafe. Like
man, no cafe, huh?
They have like food that's like top tier.
Cool. What do you guys think your biggest hurdle as a couple in I want to say North Carolina all the time, but What is the biggest hurdle as a couple in the city you guys live in?
Time.
Time.
Yeah, time.
Yeah.
Time. Because it takes an hour to get to one place and to other place, and sometimes we're in both ends. If he's in Brooklyn, I'm in the city.
And we have to be respectful of each other's schedules. So
yeah,
All right.
Yeah, and time's definitely
a big one.
What's the longest one-way commute to anything has ever been for y'all?
The longest?
Yeah, like just if you were to think of one moment, I'm like, this should have not taken as long, even though you're already aware that it's gonna take long. But you're like, this one took going to Queens.
Anytime I go to Queens, it takes like an hour and some change for some reason. Like when I went to Queens to go to the aquarium, I don't feel like it should have took that long. But we had to make like 3 transfers.
Yeah, going from here to
But in Brooklyn and Queens is like right here. I like in the sense, but it's like not.
We're going like deeper into Brooklyn, like going to the Rockaways.
Yeah, whoever made the fucking Brooklyn transit system can suck my dick. Because honestly, this shit is terrible.
It's just old.
Well, it's just like, it just doesn't make sense. Like, how does it take me longer to get from one place to the other when it's just a mile away? Or like 1.5 miles away.
Does it matter taxi or public transit? Like, does it even matter?
Taxis.
Like, is it worth paying the extra in a taxi?
Well, because
you just like take the bus or.
You look at it like I just paid $30 or $25 for 1 mile. You know what I mean? Like I paid like because also there's surge pricing, so it's like depending on. Yeah. I mean, you could take an Uber everywhere. It's just gonna add up after a while.
Right. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, like
I guess I'm asking. So like, okay, I'm paying 10 times the amount taking a taxi, but I get there
quicker,
less time versus like just taking more time and paying less.
Well, I mean, sometimes you got to just see what time you're leaving because it's like sometimes if you leave within a certain time, it takes way longer in a car because of the traffic, and then the train's faster. It just depends, but then yeah, it just depends.
Okay. So as a couple, how do you guys approach disagreements?
Compromise.
Compromise? Okay. Necessary evil, huh?
We don't disagree that often, though.
We don't disagree, yeah.
No, but man, I guess when you do, like,
we do disagree, like, I don't know. He always tries to make me happy, so it's fine.
Compromise.
Yeah, compromise.
And win-win.
Compromise.
Yeah, win-win. Win-win.
Okay.
Win-win.
Have you ever felt like living in New York tests y'all's relationship in any aspect?
No, I think it tests us, but not the relationship.
Mm-hmm. So it doesn't really affect y'all together, more just day by day personally.
Yeah.
I mean, we definitely, I feel like don't want to be here forever. I don't love this lifestyle. Like,
yeah, like I don't ideally. I think it's also about like knowing that like this is for us at least somewhere that we can grow for a little bit, but I don't think we necessarily want to live this lifestyle when we grow older.
Yeah, it's like the common trend. Like when I used to do like ride sharing stuff, I always, it's usually like people in like late 30s, early 40s are like, I'm done. I'm ready to not be here anymore. I'll come visit.
Yeah, because it's hard. Like things are always constantly changing. The rent's constantly changing all the time. I mean, not that but this place is good because it's like rent stabilized and stuff. But we don't want to live here forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any
But right now, it works.
What would be like, I guess, a key lesson that you learn about each other?
Key lesson?
Yeah, like don't leave the toilet seat up, or I'm gonna get a frying pan thrown at me, or.
Ooh. Always remember flowers.
Okay. I mean, it's in the name, right? It's in the name.
If I even bring up that I'm near a flower and I don't bring one home, I should have just known better. But.
Yeah, he's just like when you put the key in the thing to turn it, you're like, just take it out, turn back around, just go out the door and come back, try again.
What was the question again?
What is a key lesson that you learned about Sylvain?
Key lesson that I learned about Sylvain.
Also, their favorite pie is apple pie.
Oh, he doesn't like cheese Danishes that much. I thought his favorite
doesn't like what?
Cheese Danish. And
Danish?
I had cooked for him one night, and I bought this big ass cheese Danish. Cooked it in the oven. This was like at the beginning.
Foot long cheese Danish.
No, literally, she was
It
huge.
was a
It was a foot long cheese
It was long enough.
Yeah,
for
it was.
even.
Yeah, it was long. And I like made him dinner. I was like, I'm in Pollo Guisado.
Staple.
Yeah.
Staple.
So then he comes. It was like one of the first times he like I cooked for him, and I remember I brought out the cheese sandwich, and he was like, I was like, oh, your favorite dessert. And he looked at me. He was like, he was happy. It was like he couldn't remember.
He hit you with that. Oh, thank you.
Like, this isn't my favorite dessert. And I was like, wait, what do you mean? And I was like, what? And then I was like, yes, you did tell me that because you dead ass. I was talking about the cheese danishes at Starbucks, and you were like, and then I asked you, and then you were like, yes, this is my favorite cheese danish. You're like, cheese danishes are good. But then from now on, now I know chocolate.
He's like, compromise.
Compromise. Chocolate chip is better for him.
I like chocolate chip cookies.
And donuts.
All cookies.
And donuts.
Donuts make you go nuts.
Donut. Yeah, I could go for a donut.
I remember when you were sick and I sent you chocolate chip cookies and tea.
Yeah, I was so sick.
Yeah.
Any advice you would give a couple living together in New York?
Stick to your routines.
Never argue about money.
Oh yeah, never
That's a good one.
About money.
That's a good one. Solid advice.
Never argue about,
especially in a city as expensive as New York.
Never argue about money, but always say what you need. Yeah.
All right.
Stick to your hobbies and stuff.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
So is the bodega sandwiches and the orange drink, is that like a thing, or is that just all for social media? Is that?
I feel like it's dying out. I'm afraid to get a bodega sandwich now because they recall everything like every 2 seconds. The boys have it's fine now. No, it's probably fine. I kind of want chopped cheese.
I haven't had chopped cheese in a long ass time because I got bubble guts. It's just not gonna work out for me.
Hey, let it out.
No. Every time I try to get a gyro sandwich,
Pretty sure gyro. I had to learn that lesson the hard way. Me and my wife, we went toe to toe, and we went to that Google, hit that play button.
It's gyro.
And it said gyro.
Gyro dreams of gyro.
Gyro. Cool, man. We were getting pretty close to like the hour mark, so I got a rapid fire question answer. All right. There we go. Let's see what we got here. Let's see. Got a little. Who takes longer to get ready? I already know the answer to that. I don't even. Yeah. That was first. Okay. Who adapts better to change?
Wow, that's a good one.
I would say both of us. I feel like that's our strong suit.
No, I feel like you adapt better to change because I'm like, but this might happen and blah, blah, blah. I get stressed out.
Okay. What's the most NYC moment y'all have had together?
I remember when you first left and we were kissing in front of the apartment building and this guy passed by. He's like, damn, that's that real love. Like that Mary J. Blige.
Let's go.
Mary J.
Let's
Blige.
go for some real love.
I was literally leaving in my rental car. And like, I had came by to come like, he actually went with me to go get my rental car. And I dropped him off. And then I was going to go home.
Was it the Malibu?
Yeah, the Malibu.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one I rented to go to North Carolina. And yeah, we just were kissing on the car.
Nice. Yeah, I remember. I was like,
he was like, "That's that Mary J. Blige."
That's awesome.
And I was like,
oh, man.
That's what I knew. I was like, yeah.
It was funny. She's like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna get home at 11 o'clock or something when she's going back." Right. And I was like, okay, yeah, like, because we always do this thing where like if somebody's traveling, hey, let us know you got home, you got there safe. She didn't text. So the next day I say, hey, you make it home? She said, no. I said, you're supposed to turn the car in at like 9 o'clock. What are you doing? She's like, oh, I stopped by my boyfriend's house. I said, you slide dog, you. Oh, we're all grown. If mommy watches the episode, she's going to be like, ya tú sabes, tú una mujer grande.
No. I mean.
Oh man. If NYC was a person, what personality would they have?
Ugly one.
Hey.
NYC was a
one is crazy.
Nah, I feel like it'd be like kind of schizophrenic in a way.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, kind of schizo because this city, there's like a lot of scary ass people, but it's also there's a lot of good people too. Like literally, like I was walking with the stuff, the laundry detergent, and then I'm walking down the street right here.
Yeah.
And there's this guy outside. He's leaning over, and that's like the fentanyl signal that people.
That's the fentanyl.
Yeah, they do like the
fentanyl lean, huh?
Like the fentanyl,
not the lean back, but lean fentanyl, huh?
It's like a lean forward, and it's like the people who do that is like they're on fentanyl because it makes you like, I guess it like causes your body to just like go weak with the motor system stuff, so it just causes like
Well, we were watching a little video of like New York in the 90s, and people look a lot sweeter. And I think if that same person were to make a video today, they would be schizophrenic, like you said. And they would.
Well, yeah, because I feel like everybody's in like their own world. I feel like, yes, having your headphones on is great, and like being in your own world is good, but at the same time, like it's disconnecting from what's going around you, and I feel like that's necessarily why a lot of stuff is in the way it is, because of the fact that everyone's kind of disconnected.
I feel like New York doesn't have that much personality anymore. I feel like when you think of like a New York accent and like who those people are,
capitalism,
those people like are all in the Bronx, and that's because like the Bronx is the last neighborhood that like aren't gentrified.
Isn't that where the Yankee Stadium is? Isn't that the Bronx?
Yeah, 161st.
That makes sense, right?
Yeah.
But New York just
that was a complete guess, by the way. I definitely nailed that. That was 100% a guess. So
yeah, but it's just because of the fact that everything is becoming kind of like
a mall.
Yeah, like everything is becoming unoriginal. Like a lot of stuff is becoming kind of like the same setup everywhere. Like North Carolina, some parts of North Carolina looks exactly like some fucking place in like Georgia. Like
that country. Like you leave a city or a town, it's two lane roads and a Dollar General. And if it's open field, a Dollar General will go up.
But even like that, field, Dollar General, no, Dollar Tree is not.
Well, there's never been Dollar Tree. Well, it was $1, and then it was $1.07 after tax, and now it's $1.25. I think.
Yeah, now it's $1.25, which is still good.
I hope so. I'm not spreading misinformation, but
I love Dollar Tree.
Yeah. You know, it's funny. Remember when they opened up that Dollar Tree in Zebulon, and we did all our shopping there, like everything we got from
No, mommy can't say no to $1.
No,
yeah,
she cannot.
$1.25.
$1.25.
That's how they get you. You start agreeing to $1.25, and it turns into. That's how they did it to the dollar pizza.
Yeah, now it's $1.50.
Yeah.
And now I don't even trust if it's $1 pizza.
I don't even trust that it's pizza.
And I'm like, what's this?
It's DiGiorno. DiGiorno. There you go.
Still around.
My first sponsor is gonna be DiGiorno. Now that I made that comment. So what's next? What's the rest of the year looking like? I know you guys have a trip. Was it Thailand?
Yeah.
That's on the books. So you're still be in school the rest of the year. Oh, you want the Thailand? Yeah, we'll get you to Thailand claps. Thailand claps. There you go.
Yeah, Thailand. Finishing school.
Sorry, I missed my cue for the sound. I'm the host, production engineer. I'm everything right now. So.
Yeah, just going to school, maintaining myself, working out, eating good.
Chilaquiles every morning.
Shut up.
Yes. Oh my gosh, you're making my mouth water right now.
You're making
chilaquiles. Yeah, that's crazy. Making me water is crazy. Oh Lord. That's gonna be cut. That's gonna be cut.
No,
that's cut.
Yeah,
that's cut. Just a little bit.
What
little bit.
We'll do it live.
What do you say? What did that thing say?
What did he say?
What? I think it's this one. No, that's my daughter.
What did he say?
Oh yeah, I recorded Sally. Because they come over here and grab the mic.
I wanted Ava to ask us a question.
You got one, Ava? Okay. Ava.
You and casting.
Everything was like pretty. Let me stop talking.
Sorry, I'm trying to get the other headset. I want to hear. I'm ready for the live one. So when you guys come in person, do your next episode. Come here, Ava. Come here. Come on.
No.
Come on. All right,
Lie. I'm dead for the lie.
Podcast.
Ava, come on.
Podcast.
All right.
I'm dead for
TT.
the lie.
I'm
dead.
TT Rosa said that you got to ask each one of them a question.
Or just one question.
Or just one together. Nothing crazy.
Okay, what is it? I don't know.
Nothing a question.
TT Ross and Sylvain, are you married?
Oh, okay. Okay.
Not
Man, she came in here with the...
Yeah, she gave it a big
Come on, shut me up. You're taking me down
We'll
too
try
low.
to get you. Right?
No, we're not married yet, Ava.
I heard this is your first kiss.
Oh.
Yeah, it was his first kiss.
Yeah.
I really don't like smoothie kisses.
Oh no, what happened?
Kisses. What?
happened?
What? You
You turn it
Stop hitting
darkness.
buttons. Stop hitting buttons, girl.
What did you say,
I
Ava?
didn't lie. I said I heard something you don't want to hear.
What?
I said, do you want to hear some drop to the down?
Huh?
Huh?
So cute.
Yeah. Cool. Well, I heard about Rosa. What about you, Sylvain? What you got? When are you going back to school?
I'm going back to school. Well, probably not.
Or projected?
Probably the spring semester of next year. Spring semester next year. That's the deadline.
Okay.
Come
What else
back.
you got? So is it you're licensed now to compete? Are you
Yep. I'm like.
was the whole idea to have a fight later on this year, or
That would be ideal.
you know?
I hope so.
You will.
Yeah, maybe in Thailand, maybe here. If it fits
Oh
in.
man. Hey, you already got the armbands. For it.
Yeah, he's getting there.
Cool. Well, I appreciate you guys being on the first episode. I told Rosa when I asked her you guys would be on the podcast, I teared up a little bit because, this is something a long time coming. And I was like, I have to do it. And I definitely appreciate you guys taking your evening to sit here and answer my questions through it all. You guys are definitely big old, yeah. But I look forward to having you guys on another episode later on in the year and even in person. Like I said, that'd be cool. To change it up.
Yep. I am so
Cool. No. Yeah, I think
Is there an outro?
I think we're good. No, I'm gonna add all that. That's all gonna be. I'll definitely put the little.
Cuzzo Cast. Come back for the next episode.